Gosh, I love this. Hey y'all, I'm Gray Black White, certified non-supervillain. Welcome back to World Shannon Mushroom World. I love this so much. So this, I think I was going to use a power up for this, but I guess I don't need one. So this is gonna be the fun one, I think. That or it's gonna be negative fun, but that or it's very much not gonna be the opposite of that. I don't know for sure because I haven't really done it before, but that's fine. Got a star card, so that's off to a good start. And I keep forgetting that I intend to be using. Okay, well, here. Let's see if I can do this right this time. Nope. It's not too bad. Like, it doesn't matter too much. Like, I missed a few one-ups, but that's okay. I'm just gonna not die. I say, lying. Like a liar. Right, here, let's... I do have to be careful not to accidentally use one of these that I don't want to use. It is very easy to do that. But, like, look at Roll Shannon. She's so cute. I love her. What is... So, like... Right, so... We can go up here and just basically not play the level. Like... Just take the... Like, those Koopas are kind of the last dangerous thing on this path. I say that and then I immediately get hit by a bug. Gosh, I am so bad at this game. So if I go down this pipe... What do I get? Fire flower? Good enough, I suppose. 3 1-ups. Just... They're... Like... They're... Oh gosh. I just started recording and I'm starting to get a headache. That's very bad timing. Hold on, let me try and offset this with some soda. Pick a box. Its contents will help you on your way. Why do I try to tone the voice? Well, we have the Tanuki, which is lovely. Now let's do one of these pipes. Alright, then we do the classic equip a star to equip a star to ruin these Hammer Crow's entire career. And they actually give me a star back, so perfectly balanced, as all things should be, really. Alright, now Karibo Shoe. The one mechanic in this game that's so freaking like hard to actually utilize. That Peach actually you get a hint in the mail about it because the devs knew that there was no other way anyone would figure it out. Me personally, I have trouble figuring it out anyway, so there, alright. Now, dang it. Fine. Yeah, so the thing about the Goomba shoe is that unlike Mario Maker, which is a much better implementation of it, you need to kill the Goomba in that specific way to get the shoe. Like, if I kill it with this block that it's placed right next to, that also kills the shoe. Kind of, it's a little bit counterintuitive. Like, you'd think jumping on it would be the way to preserve the shoe. But no, that would make sense. So usually when I play this level, I just do not get to use the shoe because I just forget that specific interaction and try fireballs and such. And fortunately, that is just functionally a mushroom, so yeah. Now, alright. If I suck slightly less, then I can actually show off what this does, which is allow you to jump on whatever, which is very nice, admittedly. It is a very fun power-up, makes me wish it wasn't restricted to literally just one level. This is an optional level in an entirely in a game where most worlds, including this one, are optional. Like, you really only need to play World 1 and World 8. Most of World 1 and World 8, technically. So, like... It is kinda crazy that they went through the trouble of programming this entire power-up for this single level. Like, that's really cool, and it's one of the reasons that Mario 3 is one of the best Mario games. But, like... and you don't even get to keep it. Although I suppose that's not too big of a deal. You would lose it pretty quickly anyway, probably, statistically speaking. Yeah. Alright, I'll happily take a leaf over a fire flower for the record. That is my preference. My own personal preference. Line up the pictures, and to get a prize, you can only get one. I don't think I'm gonna get any, yeah. And I'm fine with that, honestly. No, I would just... Alright, here's... that. Alright, there's something up here, I just don't remember. Right, there's... So there's... So, presumably, if I somehow get to that fight, that's a thing, right? Like, that just makes sense. I just did a little better. Hold on. I'm totally just gonna get hit trying this, by the way. Like, this is totally a waste. No, it's not. Alright, I actually did it. And Gee, I sure wonder what I'm supposed to do. I do appreciate the hint. Yep, there's a 1-up. Three 1-up. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I mean, that's just, you know, over. I mean, probably close enough to Boom Boom, right? Like, perhaps not close enough that I want to be damage boosting right that. Oh dear. Alright, throw in a mushroom. It is a boss level after all. A mini boss level, but you know. As you do. Let's just try playing this level normally. Well, there's another power-up right here, that's nice. Surprisingly generous for World 5. I'm not complaining, mind you. Just surprised. Like, normally you don't expect that kind of generosity from me. Yes, I am silly. This is unfortunate. Well, if I just retain my mushroom, then same difference, right? Here we go. Bam. Ow. Ah, dear. So, here. Much better, alright, that should be Boom Boom, yep. As long as I don't choke, this should be fine. Yep. It would have really sucked to choke there, because obviously the level itself is way harder to Boom Boom. And there's a bridge. And there's a thing, alright. Alright. It does look funny just having the normal Mario sprite there. like, as if he's even in this game. Correct, I forgot to bring up the cheat sheet ahead of time. Okay, got it. Alright, now. There's a flower. There's 10 coins now. Is it over here? Yes. Alright, that's probably. And that here was a flower. Now, mushroom. Star power, don't mind if I do. One up. 20 coins. 20 coins. Mushroom. Wonderful. We're gonna use one of those mushrooms now. So yeah, this basically becomes 2 fortresses back to back now. This is basically a fortress, right? Like, a funny fortress. The World of 5 gimmick fortress, but a fortress nonetheless. Actually, I don't remember if Boom Boom's inherent A. That would be a way to define it as separate, but meh. it's very, like, I don't know. Let's just get past these swamps and such. All these pseudo-invincible enemies. Functionally invincible because we still don't have the one power-up that would actually allow us to... Oh. Actually, does the Tanuki stuff... I always, like... How many of these would the statue attack affect, I guess, is a question to consider. Because I always forget that would have its own, like, table, right? Well, regardless, this is the funny World of 5 gimmick, and the map is split between the land and the sky world, and not to be confused with Kid Icarus. Well, and I can... And as far as I'm concerned, the more of this level I can just fly over, the better. But... So why wasn't that one spinning that? What? Game? It's fine. I mean, that was me messing up the flight, so like... Whatever. This is adorable, and very powerful as well. Sometimes it is just fun to skip a level. But, right, so... Oh no. Alright, here. Okay, come on. You have these blocks over these pipes and you give me a Tanuki. I know what you're trying to communicate. Hell yeah. Met time! Mets is all about the Mets, baby. I don't even remember what the Mets are to begin with. I just know they have a funny, enemy they share a name with. Oh! Nah. Well, that's lame. Just randomly get a worse power-up. Like, from a random, indistinguishably different block. That is unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. But it's fine. Here's another minigame, which I am just going to mash through. Two up? Not bad. That's better than I normally do. Alright, so... Ah, no, it's an auto-scroller. Yet another just fun level gimmick. It's too bad it's in an auto-scroller. Honestly. Like... It just kinda sours my taste of it. Like, it's not even that bad of an auto-scroller, it's just that auto-scrollers are just inherently not fun. Like, I don't... Like, not unless they're, like, absolutely brilliantly designed. Five up! Hell yeah, alright. Doing well this time around, I guess. Heading to the house. Nice. That's, like, good. Right here, let's have a star, and... bam. There's a music box that I'm probably just going to burn. Have I mentioned that I don't really care for the music boxes? Let's do a level 7. So... Well... that is on me, I am rather foolish. Like... okay, hello, hello. Like... you know, let's just talk about this game's adorable stage play aesthetic. So, yeah, it's amazing. Like, having this type of, like, theme to the art style in an NES game, like, how often do you see that, you know? Like, typically you'd, like expect... oh. Like, for a lot of games, 8-bit is the art style. Like, that's fine and all. But, like, 8-bit with a style within that is... like, even nowadays, when you think of retro throwback games like that, you don't see that very often. And that's a shame. Like, a lot of... like, not all... like, obviously not all retro throwback games, or even all, like, games are, like, make that mistake. Of course not, no. Like, a lot of... or, it's not even necessarily a mistake, that's that decision, but, like... but, like, Mega Man 9, I think, is a good example of, like, Mega Man 9 and 10, where they often arbitrarily restrain themselves more than they need to. Because, like, the NES can do some more than you'd expect. Just by looking at it. Like... gosh, like, to be clear, I love Mega Man 9. It's one of my favorites. Like... I feel like it's very much a game that gets a more scrutiny for its need for its level design than it really deserves. Like, yeah, there's a couple of weirdly designed rooms, but, like, honestly, I think between it and 10, like, 10 has way worse, like, actual levels. Like, not a huge fan of, like, what, like, freaking Nitro Man stage. That one's kind of not much going on in that one. Anyway, so there's a mushroom. There's $20. Coins, I mean. I wish it was $20. So, looking at the incredibly. Well, we can secure that star. And with the information that it's that, I think this should be a flower. Then this should be the other 20 coins. One up. Eh. Here. A boop. She-doop. A door root here. There we go. Another goodie bag. Now, go back in here. Oh, this is a very lava stage. Oh gosh. It is very much a lava stage. That is... Alright. It's gonna be very difficult. Let's equip a mushroom. It'll probably be better than nothing. Fortunately, I do have 32 lives and a lot of power-ups, so... Even a scary level like this is not all too bad. At least in theory. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Alright, another mushroom. Like, a lot of it is just getting good. And also being patient, that is also a thing. Oh god, yeah. I think... Alright, yeah. Oh. Great. I do continue to feel silly. I would much rather burn through my mushrooms than start using the better ones for now, though. Because, like, there is a cap to how many power-ups you can carry. A generous cap, but a cap nonetheless. Oh gosh. And I missed that. Oh. Well, that was rather silly of me. Again, I was literally just saying that I needed to be more patient. Like, really, that is on me. Gosh. Alright, so... Bam. And that time, I get to... Well... I get to do a little better. And you know what? Maybe that's all I need to do. To be able to do. Sometimes it is just nice to do a little better. Yay! So, had to the nearest source of extra life. See if we get any. No. That's a shame. Wouldn't have been nice to get a couple after dying so much to the fortress. I was about to say Boom Boom. No, no, it certainly wasn't Boom Boom that was giving me trouble there. Like, I think the last time Boom Boom gave me trouble in any Mario game was the true final level for 100% in Super Mario 3D Land, where you had to fight Boom Boom and Pom Pom at the same time at the midpoint of the level. Even then, that was one of the easier parts of the level. Oh gosh. Alright, here's another auto-scroller in... Yep. Should have expected this, really. Most of the auto-scrollers in this game are in the sky, and this is the sky world. Truly, it was kind of inevitable. Well, here, let's... And here's my favorite part, just being assaulted by these guys. Flame Chomps, I think, and... yeah. Yeah, not a huge fan of Flame Chomp. Like... So... yeah, the thing is... Flame Chomps, they fly around and make them and they shoot fire, two things that both make them kind of annoying to jump on. But you really want to jump on them, because not only can they shoot at you several times, if they do get all of their attacks off, they become explosive. Which I really wish I didn't show off. Go, like... oh, gosh. Like, as much as I love this game, some of these level types do baffle me. And that kind of goes for the entire Mario series, really, like... Like, they know the vast majority of players do not enjoy water levels in general, right? I don't know why they insist on making them mandatory. And then the new Soup game would pretty much get, like, after New Soup, they would just become addicted to darkness levels. Or, like, not... Was there a darkness level in New Soup 1? Maybe it was New Soup Wii specifically, but, like... Like, New Soup U definitely had too many darkness levels. Like, yeah, you can make fun, like, water and darkness levels. But it's very rare, difficult, like... And if you don't have an amazing idea for one, like, don't force them into a game. Like, I think in this game, their awesome idea was the auto-scrolling level. But that wasn't really as awesome of an idea as they thought. Or at all. Alright, well, here. Mushroom. 20 bucks. Alright. Dang it, I didn't turn you off, phone. Like, why are you... I wanted you to stay open while I... Alright. So I wouldn't waste time while doing this. Alright, well, regardless, I do have the correct cheat sheet open this time, so... I mean, it could be worse. Alright. So... I mean, let's just throw on a mushroom once again. Oh, it's terrible! The king has been transformed into a bird? Honestly? I mean, not the worst. Like, I wouldn't consider it the best thing to be turned into, but like, you can fly now. I mean, well, I guess you could fly anyway in this world, just with the power-ups, right? Like, I guess it's not really too big of an advantage. Like, honestly, there's a lot of power-ups that let you fly in Mario, like, kinda crazy. Well, this is going well. Oh gosh. You know, why would I say word? Surely that's where I go wrong here. Regardless, here's the boss. Well, 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 it isn't Roy. Who is not my boy, oh my god. So... Oh. Right. Roy... Sure... is gonna... can just make me go through that level again if I'm not careful. Putting on a fire flower... Right, well... I don't know, isn't that crazy, or is it kind of weird having just a clear blue sky in an airship level? Like... I mean, obviously this isn't the only one, right? Like, I've seen clear blue sky airship in Mario 3D Land, but... You know, it's supposed to be a little bit spooky, a bit intimidating, you know? Anyway, I am really upset that Roy actually succeeded in killing Roll, so... this is personal now. Oh. You know, given what the premise of this video is, this is not a good sign. Like, at all. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, can I stop sucking for 3 seconds, please? Okay. Yeah, well, this time actually try to... Oh dear. You know, it'd really help if I could just avoid going into this boss room small. I do think. But... dang it. Well, good thing we have this bridge open. Fire Flower once again. Gosh. I really hope I get better at this. Today, because oh my gosh. Like, this is just embarrassing. Alright, hold on. Question, would I be able to... one cycle Roy with the Fire Flower? I mean, I might not be able to, but like, would it theoretically be possible? There, okay. Much better. Jeez. Why was that so hard for me? No. Oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here is a letter from the princess. Greetings, be careful in the ice world. The creatures trapped in the ice will come to life if warmed. I have enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Princess Kalinka. I love her. She's adorable. Now, right, so, premise of this whole video. As I was about to say. So, usually you use the warp whistle to play less levels, but if you use the warp whistle in World 6, you can go back to World 5. Why would you want to go back to World 5? To kill Roy again, I guess. Oh no. Alright. So, this is the legendary quadruple Roy route. Fans of Super Mario Bros. May be familiar with it. Now, technically, if you wanted to play as many levels as possible, you'd use the warp whistle at the end of World 6, right before fighting the next boss, but personally, I just want to kill Roy a bunch. So, that's what I will be doing. Is this silly? Yes. Is this the best idea for a video? Arguably no. But by golly, it is funny. And you know what? I am nothing if not committed to the bit. So, for what it's worth, I won't be beating every level in World 3 every time. Like, I'm... Like... Like... Like, I am gonna hurry it up a bit. I'm gonna... Like, I'm not gonna redo the... Like, I'm not gonna redo the fortress when I can just do level 3, just 3 and go right past it. Might try skipping the Hammer Bros too. Now, well, I kind of already skipped the Hammer Bros with the star, so maybe that won't make too big of a difference. Oh gosh. I mean, one thing that could end up making too big of a difference is me being bad at video games. Right here. I mean, I haven't tried going back past this 5 yet, so take a look, I guess. I don't think that's anything. Well, regardless. Bam. Star acquired. And go into this mushroom house. Never to Nuki, don't mind if I do. Bam. Alright, so... Now... Okay, so... I do have clouds, but those are probably better off used in the second half of the world than on, like, a Goomba shoe. I would think. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but like, you know, it's the one level with the unique power-up, like, I might, if I'm going to replay this world anyway, this might as well be the level I replay. Right? Like, whatever route would allow you to play with the Karibo shoe this much. Like, normally this just gets cut out of Mario 3 entirely. Now, I am silly, which is a bit of unfortunate, I suppose, but, you know. We got fireballs, we got 3 stars. Excellent. Alright. That is a relief. That does mean I'm much less likely to get a game over from Roy. Who is verifiably not someone I consider to be my boy. Let's try using this. Yeah, let's try it. Just try getting... Oops. Well... As I was saying, just try getting back to Roy a little bit quicker. Like, I've already played all these levels, right? Like, I don't need to dwell on them too much. I don't think. At least if I can avoid it. Like... Here, let's head up here. I mean, preferably, replaying all these levels would give me a chance to gain more lives than I'd lose, I had hoped. here's the sky. Level 4 is definitely not a good level to use the cloud on because it's the one you can skip just with the freaking Tanuki. Let's skip this level with the Tanuki. Almost took a very small amount of damage from a Koopa. That would have been unfortunate. It's fine. Alright, so... Gosh. Well, here's another one of these. Mushroom. Gosh diddly darn it, phone. Can't say I'm necessarily the biggest fan of smartphones. I have some doubts about being the advanced technology of the future. Well, I think that's... Right, let's... These boys. Star. Which we need even less now because I'm just gonna be doing skipping ham growth, but that's fine. So, arguably this is a good cloud use. I mean, skipping a house, sure, but we can set our respawn point to here, I think. Is that how it works? Probably. Hope so. Regardless, that kind of circumvents the main issue of the cloud, and then go to level 7 and not have to do 6 because that one's an auto-scroller. And then, we also don't necessarily have to do 7 either, because... Or at least not all of it, because it'll fly over a good chunk. And you know, I do enjoy a good chunking. Licky 2 can be an issue. As always, but... bit more star power, do not mind if I do. And here's... Gosh, this... This world really does just go from 0 to 100 real quick, huh? Like, the second half of this world is genuinely a lot harder than the first. Not to say the first half doesn't have difficulty, but change jumps and such can be pretty threatening if you're not careful, but... Can't exactly say the same about Boom Boom. I might be about to eat those words. Please don't make me eat those words. Oh no. Well, now I feel silly. At least I can Starman this camera, bro. Get another music box for my troubles. Sure. Also, this Toad House, I guess. have a fire flower, that is probably good. Here, let's throw in a mushroom once again. Like, we have an excess of them. I'm not really worried about losing them. I mean... Ah, gosh. I feel silly once again. Here, let's... mushroom once again. Ah, gee. Ah, gee. Alright. Great. That's actually my last mushroom, too. And I just wasted it, like a dumbass. Sometimes it scares me how bad I am at this game. Okay, if I'm careful and keep my fire flower and keep my mushroom, so there. Now, it really sucked to fall in the lava right freaking there. That is just like the most trollish bit. I mean, maybe not the most trollish, obviously, like, fairly. It's not like it's hidden or anything, but like, you know. So can I get the P charge here, or... Doesn't look like it. Oh no. Oh no. Gosh, I am... not what one would consider the greatest at this game, am I? No, let's throw in a fire flower, I guess. And then immediately replace it, because... I mean, this is obviously still a better power-up for this very platform-focused level. Right, this isn't Super Mario World, I can't throw things up. I do sometimes forget that. Alright, fine. It's over now, the bad Lakitu can't hurt me anymore, I got 5 extra lives. Fine. Speaking of things being fine. Oh gosh. No, it's not fine, my phone. I am not fine with my phone, but... And... here... Boop boop. boop. Bop 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 bum 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 bee ba la. Bum 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 bum. Boom 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 boom. Alright. And here, let's take a look. Let's see if we can get some live. Probably not, but... Oh, enough for 5 up, okay. I'm not complaining. Like, my goal from the outset of this series was to try and beat the game without getting a game over. It's suddenly seeming like a lot less of a concern. Like... Alright, now. Come on, get out. I don't want to deal with you. I feel like they made that clear the first time I played this level. Oh gosh. Come on. Yeah. There's another star. I don't even think I care. Let's just throw on something. Fire flower, I guess. Makes sense. Oh, it's terrible. The king has been transformed again. Please find the magic wand so we can change him back again. Now, it is a bit concerning that the security just does not improve and Roy can just come back immediately. As many times as he apparently wants. I mean, eventually we run out of warp whistles and can't really help those guys. And what does this say about all of the other kingdoms we usually don't save because I think a lot of people just skip to World 8 with the 2 warp whistles in World 1, but you know. Oh dear. Can we try to not die, please? Alright. Can I lock in, please? Okay. Yay! Gosh. So that's Roy number 2 down. Oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here is a letter from the princess again. It's literally the same one. With the same jewel and everything. Now, if we go through this pipe, can we, like, see something useful, potentially? No. So instead, let's just warp once again. Gonna take you back to the past. Gosh. Let's do the time warp again. Okay, fire flower. Which immediately gets transferred into flight power up. The local flight power up. Yep. That does describe it, yes. Which then... Well, then I proved that I am in fact still silly. Mushroom. There we go. Oh dear. Oop. Alright, let's actually get the star this time. Gosh. There, just have to wait for it. Really just have to wait for it. I was overcomplicating it. Yeah, if I do this level properly, then should be no trouble either. Big if, of course, yeah. Like, obviously that's not doing the level properly. I mean, on the bright side, this is the level with like, this level having 2 paths does mean that it does vary up these reruns, I guess. Oh dear. Right here, let's just throw on Never Mushroom. Because why not? Why not? Like, it just me. Like, it's kind of also just making space for me to store better power-ups when I get them from code houses and the like, so... Wait, no, this is a pipe that leads to, like, free 1-ups. Like, that's good, I should take that. Not even just the free 1-up, it's also, like, another fire flower. Again, that's good, I should take that. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Like, maybe if I stopped being silly, this would be a bit easier. Go a little bit quicker. Another 5. Yeah, this is basically just kind of grinding for lives, right? Like, lives and more Tanuki suits. The latter of which is particularly fun. It makes sense, like, the Tanuki suit in this mod looks freaking amazing. Now let's just go back to the Grebushu level. So, okay, I know the fireballs take out the shoes. I haven't actually tried I don't think I've actually tried this yet. And apparently I'm still not going to, because I suck. How did I mess that up? Fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. Gosh, diddly darn it. Boom. Much better, alright. Dang it. No. I am silly. Very, very silly. Hold on, like... If I lead you back over here... Then I can get the shoe from you. And then I at least won't die in literally one hit. I might die anyway in 2 hits, but like, it's a little less likely. Another thing Mario Maker added was like shoe jumps. You can jump out of the shoe. Like, Mario Maker added a bunch of fun things with these. And yeah, being able to jump out of the shoe would actually be useful for the star card at the end of that, but whatever. Lullaby once again. An itty bitty evil little lullaby. Yeah, just... Gosh. Like, this isn't the only NES game I've been playing lately. I've also been doing another... Nor the only character mod change of a... character changing mod of a NES game I'm playing, for that matter. Because I've decided to revisit Mother 1 recently, and I found that that game has a girl main character mod. It turns Nintendo into a girl, which is absolutely amazing. I very much appreciate that. There's an Earthbound mod that also does that. I played that first because, I mean, try not to be shocked. I do get I do end up being motivated to replay Earthbound more often than the NES, the NES Earthbound Zero or Earthbound Beginnings or Mother 1, whatever you want to call it. Gosh, just like I ended up naming Femness Fammy, as in like the short for Famicom. I was gonna try and do something similar for Nintendo, but that was hard. In eventually, of like I I wanted to go for Sonia, but then someone said that was too normal for a kid who was normally named B10, and so basically I ended up naming. So basically, that's how I ended up naming Nintendo May, specifically like MAE. Yeah, sure. May itself is a normal name. What isn't normal is that it turns the ship name with Anna into Anna May. Which is a joke I think I half stole from fucking Scott the Woz. I think there's a Scott the Woz character literally named Anna May. She appears once. Maybe. But yeah, it hasn't been a fun way to re-experience Mother 1. You know, is if you're the type of psycho like me who likes to replay Mother 1. I guess. Like, it's better than my initial idea, which would have been to play the Game Boy Advanced re-release. Which, if you don't know, is not considered good on the count of it butchering the music. Alright, this gives me another chance to get this. Alright, so let's go up here. Oh no. Yeah, having to avoid a Right. Well, that's just upsetting. Yeah, so if you don't know, Mother 1 plus 2 for the Game Boy Advance is a bit infamous for having butchered the music of the two games it's porting, somehow. I say somehow because there are other GBA ports of NES and Super Nintendo games that don't mess up the music badly. I think the sound effects in general, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, for better or worse, I didn't end up doing that. At least not yet. Maybe next time I decide to replay Mother 1, I'll play the not very particularly good Game Boy Advance port. I don't know. But, like, regardless, I do, uh, like, one very nice thing about the mod is that it has a minor gameplay change, which is that, Fem10 can equip the ribbon that's normally meant for Anna because its description states that it's for girls rather than that it's specifically for any description of Anna. So, I think that's cute, personally. And it's also just nice because it makes the Duncan factory slightly easier, and that's one of the more annoying segments of the game. Being able to get that early. So, yeah, just good attention to detail combined with, like, actually making the game slightly better in that sense. Very good mod, probably not one I'm going to, like, make an LP of because it's a lot longer. Being an RPG, like, at least not anytime soon, you know? Like, it's not like Deltarune where I know the game like the back of my hand and I already find it very replayable. I mean, Mother 1's replayable in a sense, but, like, it's not like something you regularly want to go back to. Like, it's not like it has, like, a very, interactive combat system, you know, like Deltarune. Like, no, it's an NES RPG. It has limitations. I love it, but I'm not gonna be replaying it, like, more than, like, very rarely. At the same time, if you did just tell me to pick, like, 5 NES games to be stuck with for all time, like, I would probably choose stuck with, like, that's my whole NES library. Mother 1 would probably be on it, like, just because I do like RPGs, and Mother 1 is probably like, really the only RPG on the NES I personally gel with. Like, RPGs are a funny genre, because as long video games, they naturally need to be, like, usually need to be like single-player adventures, but you know, talking a bit about Mother 1 instead of focusing on fighting Boom Boom was probably a mistake. Like, that is the one way Boom Boom can kill you if you're not paying attention and you let him actually use one of his attacks. That is the one way you can lose. I guess less a specific attack and more like changing form to actually difficult to jump on flying form. Relatively difficult. I mean, it's not that hard, but like half the reason Boom Boom is a joke is because you can just cheese his forms. Anyway. Like, RPGs as a genre, like, now actually, I'm gonna finish that thought after killing Boom Boom. Like, right. That was still embarrassing. I am not good at this game. Like, what is happening? Anyway. Probably do need the extra lives. I mean, I do have 44, so maybe not that badly, but like... maybe better to save than sorry, no. Like, RPGs as a genre are very interesting, because naturally they're very long, and they tend to be very long, and are single-player focused, but that kind of is antithetical to their source material of tabletop RPGs, which most people will generally have a lot more fun with in a group. Like, single-player tabletop games tend to be a bit more niche, like... yeah, niche or niche. Clearly, it can't be both niche and a niche. What am I thinking? Like, genuinely, what am I... can I actually say... I am so silly. Okay, so back to dying to, like, Q2. Like... I didn't mean literally. I was expecting to die to Lakitu's spine. You know it's bad when I'm actually genuinely considering burning a star. I mean, I know I don't need to, because I've beaten this stage before. Without using a star. I am just... getting a little bit tired of, I mean, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm just getting tired in general. Like, I have been playing for, like, an hour and a half. This, like... and, like, a not insignificant portion of that is replaying stages I've already beaten. So maybe that's not helping. Like, maybe I should just go a little easier on myself and admit that I'm probably sucking because I'm tired. Maybe that'll improve my mood a tiny bit. Hold on, just... Alright, I don't want to use any of these, I don't think. Just... Maybe I'll use a cloud to get over this. If I die, like, at all, because... Like, it's not necessarily the hardest level in the world, but it's very annoying. And it's not all that interesting either. I mean, it's a side-scroller where you're waiting for 2 enemies to spawn. And probably kill you. Like... Yeah, let's skip over it for being freaking boring. The king has been transformed! Please find the magic wand so we can change him back. I really should have... Probably really should have put on literally any power-up rather than going in small, considering how many times this level has killed me today. Well, at least I'll have a mushroom. At the very least. Like... What I am trying to say about RPGs is that the tabletop RPGs generally are more popular as, like, social games. Like, you usually want, like, a party. Like, I think most people who play those games do so in groups with a dungeon master and such. Like, you don't have to do that, but, like, I think that's how most people get the most enjoyable experience from them. And so translating those into a video game that typically has that are usually one player and have less, like, that can be difficult, is what I'm trying to say. Like, difficult to, like, make work. Because, like, if you just make a pretty, like, a mechanically pretty basic RPG, like without the, without some kind of, like, spice, I guess, like, that's gonna be a pretty hard sell, you know? Like, if you want proof of this, just look at all the, unimpressive RPG Maker games. I'm sure you can find some. Like... like, not a knock on RPG Maker or games inherent that made on it or anything. Like, no, there's obviously good ass games made with RPG Maker. Just like, it's like it's also just a place where you can see, like, some novice game developers making some pretty unimpressive stuff. As well, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm digging myself into a hole here now. Like, But, like, if you look at the most successful RPGs, you'll generally see that they have, like, like, something beyond, like, the typical, typical game mechanics or setting or party system. Like Pokemon, obviously, is the biggest one, and that one's that's not, like, right off the bat in Gen 1, you have two gimmicks. You have gotta catch them all, obviously, but then there's also, like, the insane amount of customizability for your team compared to, like, its contemporaries. Like, then the Mario RPGs obviously have Mario and the action commands. Like, at a bare minimum. The good ones will also do fun stuff and world building with the Mario characters, and aren't sticker star. And Undertale and Deltarune have the whole mercy system, as well as being part bullet hell. Like, a lot of the best RPGs just have that extra sense of spice, and I'd argue that Earthbound, the Mavra series, also does that with its setting and dialogue. But Mother 2 and 3 also have more, like, mechanical spice. Like, Mother 2 has the scrolling HP wheels, and Mother 3 has the the rhythm game time hits that I suck at. Like, those understand the assignment, and like, while Mother 1 hasn't, like, aged perfectly by any means, or some would say even well, for me personally, the setting and the modern setting, dialogue, and just partially just connection to its sequels, I guess, because, like, that pulls me in more than, like, the other RPGs on the NES, you know? Like, for me, that's just enough spice to really work with. Is it here? Yes, alright, right. Then that's should be here. One up, one up. 20 coins, 20 coins. Mushroom, mushroom. Star, star. Star, star. Alright, lovely, lovely. Speaking of stars and mushrooms, let's equip both. The star for the hammer throw and the mushroom airship. Right then. So, Double oops. Ouch. Alright, it moves over there. That's probably fine. Let's go and see if we can get this. No. But yeah, let's... Like, while it doesn't have the mechanical aspects of its equals, for me, Mother 1's setting and dialogue make it more appealing than Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest on the NES. Not saying those games are necessarily worse or anything. No, like those games are iconic and probably good in their own right. I haven't played them. Like, it's less that they're bad and more like they haven't pulled me in to try them. You know, like they just don't seem like they're for me. But just, well, no. Why was I even spamming fireballs? There aren't even enemies in this stage that are weak to fire. Like, we're vulnerable to being killed by fireballs, except maybe Roy. I am silly. This is the case. This is known. Gosh diddly darn it, is it known? Well, it's a good thing that I managed to fall from the land from a ship above to land to a castle in the clouds. All right, one more time. One more shot, one more round. Spin tonight is going down. You know what? Do I have more than one cloud? Yes, I do. Alright, that's enough to reach this pipe. And that means I can indeed skip these first two levels. Without any risk of, being sent back to back one after dying. Which is good, because I would die. That is a thing I would do. So here, let's put on a star as well. Don't you know that you are a... Right. Gosh. Come on. There we go. There. Damn it. Well, here, we get another one. You. Right, I think the made a good thing about all this is that it means I am indeed finally getting familiar with the Karibo shoe. With how the Karibo shoe works in this game in particular, I mean. I'm familiar with the Karibo shoe, but I'm specifically familiar with the Mario Maker version of it, which is vastly different, as I have said. Anyway. So, yeah. There we go. That's a 1-up. And there's these two again. Might as well. Not exactly another use for it. What we want to do is get through this a little bit faster, preferably. So yeah. Let's just try and finish this out relatively quickly, you know? Bam. Oop. Yep. Not sure why that's like. I guess one thing I could do is just try using the tail on some of these blocks while I'm replaying this level anyway. Right, that was where the vine was. Well, now I am glad that those guys are staying asleep. I genuinely thought they would just wake up immediately. Is that weird? I don't know. Like, why did I assume that? Hard to say, but hey. I mean, normally I just don't consider it, like, I just consider it better to just clear them off the map and get whatever items they have for free with a star. Like, but like, I don't have a better use for these music bosses, so here, let's. Yeah, we can get some money from this. This is nice. Not much else to say in this case. Let's go on through. Yeah, I don't know why this pipe is here. I just... What is this room? Like, is there a point? I don't know. Here. No. Actually get the weird blue vine. Welcome to NES palette limitations. Blue vine, blue pipe, blue sky. Here. Alright, now. Level 4, once again, not happy to just skip this one with a leaf. And... Oh, nope, okay. You hate to see it. Well, I skipped enough of it, so it's fine. Key too! Alright. Just had a freaking visceral reaction that time, jeez. Oh yeah, I'm getting tired. Alright, here, let's... Mushroom. Turn star. Star. 20 coins. Phone, please cooperate for 3 seconds. Coin? Yep. Our flower. Like 10 coins. 10 coin, 1 up. 1 up. Flower. Flower? Mushroom. Star and star. Then we can go back to level 5. Maybe this time I can actually... keep the Tanuki suit, please? Pretty please. With a cherry on top, even. Oh, I have strategy, okay? Look at this. Mets, all about the Mets, baby. Alright. Yes! Epic style. Truly epic. Even got a matching mushroom for my effort. Okay, then... well, let's go star. Like, obviously I don't want to lose a special power up to these random hammer bros, right? Like I don't need to use the star, I just want to. Like, get rid of the guy and... so... alright, I can fly over a good chunk of this level, and then... and like I said, I do enjoy a good chunk, and... dang it. It always sucks to lose a special power-up, but it's fine. I have spares if I truly need. So, just making sure. I have, yeah, I do have space, so let's go in here. Contents will help you on your way. In a little bit, yeah. Like, right. So, if I can have a relatively clean run of this level, then maybe I can finish this off before the 2-hour mark. That would be nice. I think. In my opinion. Like, my plan is to just keep going until I get the 4th Roy, and have all this Roy shenanigans contained to one video. And not have to worry about it being either of the other two. But like, gosh, diddly darn it. This has given me a bit more trouble than I expected. Well, here's Boom Boom dealt with. Always nice to see. And... gonna get the 2 up? No. Unfortunate. Alright, here, let's... bam. Now, my... no. Alright, let's... I keep trying that. I don't know why I expect the results to be different each time. Let's Ow. That's unfortunate. Mushroom. And I'll try a star, I guess. I wouldn't know if I can kill Lakitu with that, no. That's unfortunate. I mean, it wouldn't matter anyway, because Lakitu will just respawn in seconds anyway. Because, you know, why reward skill? Why reward a pet player for figuring out a way to kill the Lakitu? Like, yeah, I'm glad that they added the Lakitu Cloud, like, as a power-up later, a proper in-level power-up later on that you could ride. It makes Lakitu much significantly less sucky when you actually have an incentive and reward to kill it. Oh, thank you. Like, I find that slightly more engaging, personally, than when the lead strategy is just to tank it. Mm. Well, regardless of how I feel. I don't think the Dreaded is going to care. And can I gaslight myself into believing that Lakitu Cloud is in my inventory still? Suddenly wish I didn't waste them both at once. Maybe I should have just played level 1. Fine. Fine, I get to show off some strategies to use those safely, it's fine. Like, gosh. There. Okay. At least that level is short. Like, as much as it sucks, it could have been worse. They could have made it one of the longer levels. So, stop spamming fireballs. There's no benefit. The bullet bills are immune. The cannonballs are immune. keep your finger on the run button so that you can better dodge them. Okay, that's enough of me feeling silly for today. Come on, Roy. You are not, in fact, my boy. Get out of here. Die. Finally. All that for a self-imposed challenge. And it wasn't even the most challenging version of that self-imposed challenge. Because the one suggested by Super Mario Bros. Involved beating basically the entirety of World 6. Oh dear. Oh me, oh my. Well, speaking of World 6, it's the Ice Love world. I actually do like Ice World, so that'll be fun, I hope. See you next time.